quick video on how you may help yourself recover from a lot of running or walking or any athletic exercise for that matter. You want to start accumulating a pile of these kinds of things. Now, these aren't workout tools, these are recovery tools. And matter of fact, I just grabbed these from upstairs from my daughter who's recovering from her long run. She's a cross-country runner. So these are some of the things that she uses. The first one you may have is a massage gun or percussion recovery gun. So once you turn this on, this piston at various speeds or settings will start to vibrate, and you can run it along sore areas, maybe even at areas that aren't sore, just the muscle bellies, so that it can get that soreness away from those muscles, sort of pushes fluid away from the muscles and helps you recover. It's also a great tool to use prior to exercise, so not just after, because prior could be used to prevent muscle soreness or tightness while you're doing your exercise. So that's this one right here is a Hypervolt. You can get a whole bunch of different kind of brands. One's not better than the other. I don't know, it's personal preference kind of stuff. Foam rolling stick, I will call this. I don't know, you can find these different foam rolling sticks. These are really neat to be able to take mobily with you, put them in a backpack, things like that. Let's roll the other calf out here. And you can do this standing or sitting, but you're just gonna roll back and forth around along that muscle belly. The muscle belly is the tightest, or not the tightest, the thickest part of that muscle space right there. So you can do that, you can do your quads, you could do the hamstrings. So maybe in your case your calves or hamstrings or both are kind of tight or sore. You can roll along those, and again, you can do this standing up. It's pretty useless on your arms. I don't find this to be very useful on your arms. Similar piece of recovery equipment is a foam roller, and again, we can put that right there in the thickest part of that muscle, and we're going to be working forwards and backwards in little micro movements on that foam roller. If you turn your toe to the inside or toward the center of your body, it's going to hit along that inside of the muscle, and if you turn your toe out, which I'd recommend, turning and hitting all those different spaces in there. We don't want to roll on bones. That isn't going to feel good, and it doesn't serve any purpose. So you don't really need to roll right on your shin bone. Although if you turn yourself over and you roll right along sides of the shin, there's some musculature in there that pulls your toe up when you run. So that can sometimes get aggravated, or shin splints. So we would definitely want to pay attention to that muscle and how that feels. You can roll your hamstrings by kind of getting up on this. And again, roll a little bit at a time. I don't want you to be going all the way up and all the way down on these things like that. Just a little bit at a time. The more you sit off the floor and get your body weight on that, the more feeling or pressure you're going to feel into that muscle. It's going to help those tissues relax, stretch out. Any knots, we call them knots, any knots that are in those muscles that are causing them to be tense or tight, you're going to feel them kind of melt away. You could roll your entire body with this thing, like you get on your front side and roll your quads. You can roll your back. I love rolling back on this. That's for another day, another story, but we're just today kind of targeting the calves and the hamstrings with those things. The last thing I would say to help you stretch your calves would be a resistance band type of thing like this, a stretch band. You can put it around the front upper part of that foot and then pull your toe towards you and hold for 30 seconds and then release, and then do the other side and hold for 30 seconds. See, I'm pulling it so that my toe moves in the direction of my knee, right? Pulling it, I'm feeling a stretch in that calf there, holding and breathing for 30 seconds. Do it a couple times on each side. And that should do that. One last thing, and I don't have one with me right now, is if you're feeling that the bottom of your feet are getting aggravated or tight or a little bit painful, gently roll, take your shoes off, gently roll your foot around on a tennis ball or a golf ball, which is kind of harder. I like tennis balls, I like lacrosse balls for that, or even a frozen bottle of water would help alleviate any stress or strain that's in the bottom of your foot, the fascia we call that. So that's some tips on how to recover from running, long distance walking, any sport athletic activity that you're on your legs a lot for your calves and hamstrings. And there's a whole bunch of other things you can do with these things, a lot of them for the rest of your body on other videos that I've made in the past. Have a great day.